You were not pulled here for no reason. Something inside you felt it before your mind could explain it. A pause, a soft nudge, a strange calm in the middle of all the noise. That matters, because some moments do not arrive loudly. They arrive quietly, then change everything. So stay with me for a minute, because what you're about to hear may reach deeper than you expect. A shift is already happening in your life. You may not have words for it yet, but you can feel that something old is losing its hold. Something new is getting closer, and it is not cold, rushed, or confusing. It is warm. It is steady. It is the kind of love that does not force its way in, but somehow finds you at the exact moment your heart is ready to breathe again. If this message touches something in you, do not brush it off too quickly. Listen closely. The next part may speak to a truth you have been carrying in silence. Love is moving toward you, and not in the way you once feared. Not the kind that leaves you guessing, not the kind that drains your spirit. Something different is coming, something gentler, something real. And yes, it may come through a younger person, someone you did not expect, someone whose heart carries honesty, warmth, and a strange familiarity that feels like you have known them longer than time can explain. There is a reason your attention settled here. There is a reason your eyes slowed down and your thoughts grew quiet for just a moment. Life does not always send clear signs with flashing lights. Sometimes it places a feeling in your chest and lets your soul do the recognizing first. Right now, even if you cannot fully name it, part of you already knows that a chapter is ending. The waiting, the confusion, the feeling of giving so much and receiving so little in return, it has not been meaningless. Every silent night, every hidden tear, every morning you had to gather yourself and start over again, all of it shaped you. You were not being forgotten. You were being prepared. That matters more than you know. Because the love moving toward you is not here to play with your heart. It is not here to test your value or reopen old pain for no reason. It is coming to meet the version of you that survived. The version of you that stayed soft even after life gave you reasons to become hard. And the person who brings this love may be younger than you expected, yet deeply able to see you. Not just the face you show people, not just the strong version of you that keeps everything together. They will see the hidden weight too, the ache, the hope, the beauty in the parts of you that once felt difficult to love. Keep listening, because this part changes everything. The connection ahead will not ask you to shrink. It will invite you to be fully seen. You may wonder why this kind of message would be meant for you. Maybe you have spent too long believing deep love belongs to other people. Maybe you have watched others find connection while your own heart learned how to live with disappointment. Maybe you started telling yourself that peace in love was too rare, too late, or too far away. But that story is not the truth. Love has not passed you by. It has been making its way toward you through timing you could not control and lessons you could not skip. The younger person who enters your life will not arrive to complete you because you are not incomplete. Read that again in your heart. You are not lacking. You are not broken. You do not need rescue. What is coming is not about being saved. It is about being met. It is about being appreciated for the person you already are. This connection will feel different because it will not begin with pressure. It will begin with peace. It will move in a way that feels natural instead of chaotic. Their energy will not make you question where you stand. It will make you feel calmer, clearer, and strangely safe. And if part of you wants to doubt this because doubt has protected you before, that is understandable. But do not let old pain make every new possibility look dangerous. Sometimes the heart needs time to believe what the soul already feels. Stay with this. What is meant for you may already be closer than you think, and the moment you stop forcing love may be the moment you finally recognize it. This younger soul may already exist somewhere around you in a quiet way. Maybe they are someone you once overlooked because they did not fit the picture you had in your mind. Maybe they were placed in the safe category, the distant category, the impossible category. Or maybe you have not met them yet, and step by step life is guiding both of you toward the same place at the same time. Either way, when the moment comes, you will not need to chase certainty. You will feel it, not through confusion, not through obsession, through peace, through a simple sense that something about this person is easy to trust. Their presence will not feel heavy, it will feel clear. Their words will not leave you spinning. Their actions will match what they say. And that alone will feel new if your past has been full of mixed signals. Watch this closely, because this is where many people miss what is real. They expect love to arrive like a storm, all fire, all chaos, all intensity, but the deepest love often arrives like a light turning on in a room you forgot was dark, quiet, warm, certain. This person will bring a fresh way of seeing life. They will remind you of joy that became buried under duty, under loss, under the long habit of expecting less than your heart truly wanted. Through them, ordinary moments may start to feel alive again. A conversation, a laugh, a look, a silence that feels safe instead of awkward. And before you realize it, life itself begins to soften around you. You have lived enough to know that attraction alone is never enough. Charm is not enough. Excitement is not enough. And this is why what is coming matters. This connection will carry more than chemistry. It will carry steadiness. You will bring wisdom, patience, and emotional depth. They will bring freshness, openness, and a kind of hopeful energy that reawakens parts of you that went quiet. Together, that balance can create something deeply beautiful. You will not need to pretend to be younger than you are, and they will not need to pretend to be older than they are. The strength of this bond will not come from trying to erase differences. It will come from honoring what each of you brings. Your life experience will be a gift to them. Their aliveness will be a gift to you, and slowly, without force, you may begin to understand that age is not always the thing people think it is. Maturity shows up in care, in consistency, in the way someone handles your heart, in whether they stay present when life becomes real. This person will not love you like a game. They will not speak in circles. They will not keep you close only when it is convenient. They will show up, again and again. And if you have known what it feels like to be almost chosen, almost understood, almost loved, that kind of presence can feel healing in ways words barely explain. So do not rush ahead in fear. Do not talk yourself out of peace because peace looks unfamiliar. Sometimes what feels unfamiliar is not wrong. Sometimes it is simply healthy, and your heart is still learning the difference. There are wounds inside you that may not even look like wounds anymore because you have carried them for so long. Old rejection, old neglect, old moments when love felt conditional, unstable, or just out of reach. You adapted, you learned to protect yourself. You learned how to survive disappointment. Maybe you stopped asking for too much. Maybe you became the strong one because strength felt safer than hope. But love that is genuine has a way of touching those hidden places without ripping them open. It heals quietly, not with loud promises, but with repeated care, with honesty, with the simple shock of being treated gently by someone who means it. This new connection may begin healing parts of you that you had accepted as permanent. You may notice that you speak more honestly, you laugh more freely, you stop bracing for conflict where there is none. You begin to rest in the connection instead of performing inside it. That is how real love repairs the nervous system of the heart, not all at once, not dramatically, but steadily, and this younger person will need tenderness too. Even if they seem bright, bold, or carefree, there may be hidden fears in them as well, hidden disappointments, hidden places where they learned not to ask for too much. You will recognize some of that because pain teaches a language that healing people understand without many words. This is why the bond can grow so deep. Not because either of you is there to save the other, but because both of you know what it means to need safe love and finally choose to build it together. You may think about what other people will say. That is natural. Friends may question it. Family may have opinions. Some people will measure your happiness against rules they never had to live inside. Some will speak from care and some will speak from their own fear. But this is your life, your peace, your heart. And no one else can feel what you feel when a connection is true. The people who genuinely love you will not stay focused on numbers for long. They will notice the light returning to your face. They will notice how calm you become around this person. They will see the difference between being admired and being cherished. And even if a few never fully understand, you will have to decide which matters more, living by outside expectation or honoring what brings your spirit back to life. Stay with me here because this part is important. Not every voice deserves access to your joy. Some people feel safest when you stay small. Some are comfortable only with the version of you that asks for little and expects less. When you begin receiving real affection, real support, real emotional presence, it may reveal things in others that were always there. Envy, Fear, projection. That is why protecting your peace will matter. Guard what is growing. Let the connection breathe before placing it under the weight of too many outside opinions. Some things bloom better in quiet. Some loves become stronger when they are allowed to deepen naturally before being explained to everyone else. This relationship will not be perfect, because nothing real is. There will be differences. There will be moments where patience is needed. There will be times when communication matters more than pride. But do not mistake challenge for failure. The healthiest relationships are not the ones with no friction. They are the ones where both people stay honest, respectful, and willing to grow through what rises. The effort in this love will feel meaningful, not draining. It will feel like building, not begging. That difference is everything. This younger person may challenge you in beautiful ways, not by controlling you, but by inspiring you. They may encourage you to return to goals you once left behind. They may remind you to care for your body, your dreams, your joy, and your time. Their presence may wake up a confidence you forgot you still had, and you will offer something they deeply need too. Stability, reassurance, follow through. A calm place to land when life feels too loud. Your steadiness will feel rare to them. Your ability to listen, to stay, to mean what you say will touch them more deeply than you first realize. This is what healthy exchange looks like. Not one person pouring while the other only takes. Not one person carrying all the emotional weight, but two people strengthening each other in different ways. And if you are still listening, hold on to this line, because it matters. Love feels different when it is not asking you to betray yourself in order to keep it. For some of you, the hardest part will not be meeting this person. It will be allowing yourself to believe it is safe to receive what they offer. You may question whether you deserve this kind of care. Old voices may rise and whisper that you are too wounded, too late, too complicated, or too changed by life to be loved deeply. But those voices are echoes, not truth. They were shaped by pain, not by your worth. Your worth was never reduced by what you survived. Your heart was not made less valuable because others failed to handle it with care. If anything, your journey gave you depth, tenderness, and a kind of wisdom that cannot be faked. This person will see that. They will see beauty in your experience, not damage. They will see the softness you protected, the loyalty you kept hidden, the love you still carry even after everything. And yes, the attraction between you may surprise you. It may wake up a side of you that thought it had gone quiet forever. That is not something to fear. It is something to welcome without shame. Real connection reaches the emotional, the spiritual, and the physical in ways that feel whole instead of empty. So let go of comparing yourself to your past. Let go of measuring your value against age, appearance, or old versions of who you used to be. Be here, now, as you are, because that is who this person will be drawn to. Not a performance, not a mask, not a younger copy of yourself. You, as you are now, carrying both grace and history in the same heartbeat. While this love makes its way closer, do not put your life on hold. This matters more than most people realize. Keep living, keep creating, keep showing up for your own days. Go where your spirit feels awake. Protect your health, feed your mind, strengthen your peace. Spend time with people who see your light clearly. Love is not drawn only to beauty or charm. It is drawn to life, to presence, to people who are rooted in themselves instead of waiting to be rescued. The more you honor your own path, the more naturally you become magnetic. And that is part of the preparation too. You are not just waiting for love. You are becoming more able to hold it well. The person coming toward you will notice something different in you. Your energy, your depth, your quiet confidence, the way you have learned from life without letting life make you bitter. They will want to know your thoughts, your story, your hopes, your strange little habits. The things that matter to you when no one is watching. What begins as attraction may deepen faster than expected because the connection will have substance. You will feel it in the conversations that seem to stretch beyond time, in the silences that do not need filling, in the small moments that stay in your mind longer than they should. This is where many love stories truly begin, not with a dramatic scene, but with a feeling that keeps returning, a sense that something about this person keeps finding its way back to you. And if that happens, do not ignore it too quickly. Some connections ask for caution, others ask for courage. There will come a moment when recognition becomes impossible to deny, not because everything suddenly turns perfect, but because something inside you settles. You stop looking for signs of danger in every pause. You stop expecting affection to disappear the moment you lean into it. You begin to trust what is in front of you because what is in front of you keeps proving itself. That is when love starts feeling less like a fantasy and more like home. This younger person will not erase your past, but they may change how your past lives inside you. Memories that once felt heavy may begin to lose their sting. Old fears may loosen. The future may stop looking like a repeat of what hurt you before. That is a powerful shift. And it does not happen because life suddenly becomes easy. It happens because you are no longer facing life beside someone who makes you feel alone. This is the kind of bond that can spill light into other parts of your world too. Your purpose may feel clearer. Your laughter may return more often. Even your relationships with others may improve because your heart is no longer carrying the same constant ache. Love has a way of restoring energy when it is healthy. It gives instead of only taking. It supports instead of distracting. It makes room for both people to rise. So if you have been waiting a long time, hear this clearly. The wait did not disqualify you. It refined you. And what is coming may carry more depth because it arrived after you learned what empty love feels like. So open slowly, but do open. Let hope back in without demanding that it explain everything at once. Trust the peace that grows instead of the fear that shouts. If this message found you at the right time, let it stay with you for a while. Let it remind you that your heart still has a future, that deep love is not reserved for other people, that your story is not over just because some chapters were painful. A younger person may enter your life carrying the exact kind of sincerity you once thought was rare. They may see you with fresh eyes and love you with a steady heart. They may remind you that tenderness is still real, that desire can still feel sacred, that companionship can still feel safe. When that moment comes, do not shrink from it. Do not let old disappointment talk you out of new joy. Stand in your worth. Receive what is honest. Protect what is peaceful. And if part of you already feels this message in your chest, then you may already know more than your mind is ready to admit. Something is shifting. Something is aligning. Something warm is drawing near. Keep your heart awake. Keep your spirit clear. And do not leave just yet, because this final truth matters most. The love meant for you will not need you to beg, chase, or become someone else to hold it. It will meet you where you are, honor what you have lived through, and love you in a way that finally feels like truth.